Well guys, standing outside Superstore and it is time to go do our grocery haul, get our free turkey. They better have some left. We're late in the day on a Friday night, so hopefully it's not going to be too busy and we'll get some great deals. Well guys, spoiler alert, we got our turkey. Super exciting. It was actually really fun keeping track on my phone how much we were spending as we went around because we were on a budget. As you know, I had made a list and I stuck to that list pretty close, but when I get home and we lay this all out, I'll show you those few things we cheated on. Well guys, we are back. It's getting late. Alex was at a hockey game and it's now 10:30 at night and we still got to put it all away. So let's go through this really quick. Got my receipt in my hands, $352. Actually quite impressed with what we did acquire for that price. And I'm going to show you some of the deals we got and some of the things that we did miss on the list because they just weren't priced right in my mind. So it always kind of feels like when I lay it out on the table, I don't see the value for my money, but I know it is there. Right now, we don't have any of the fridge/freezer items out. I'm going to go through kind of what is pantry sort of thing first, and then we'll bring those out because I don't want them to unthaw before we get them in the freezer, which may be another challenge entirely. I'm going to go through the fresh produce first because that's going to be super quick. I did pick up those 2 bags, 10 pounds each, of the carrots for $5.50. They actually had quite a bit there, which is amazing. Another thing of lettuce, I do have to say $7 for 6 romaine hearts. Boy, it makes me cry. Tomorrow I'm going to have to go check my winter lettuce and see if it's still alive outside. And some, how do you say that? Cremini? Cremini? The brown mushrooms, those ones. We like them the best. Got some really cute little mini, like button size ones. So they're great for our omelets, things like that in the morning. Kids don't love mushrooms, but we do. So we always kind of pick up one fresh when we're there. We managed to pick up another couple bags of that konjac flour pasta/rice that you just saw in my pantry tour kind of video there. They were on for $4.50, which is actually a pretty good price. So picked up a couple. We didn't need too many, but it just keeps the stock topped up, which is great going into the pantry challenge. Here you can see those teas that we talked about that were on sale for $2.99. I know I said 3, but we actually got 4 because they had a special winter one. So we had to try that, of course. Worcestershire sauce, managed to get one of those. Actually, it was a decent price. I think it was $2.70, not too bad. Parmesan cheese, I know I didn't mention it in my tour, but that was on my list. Onion soup mix, always got to have those because you never know when company's coming and it's a quick, easy dip to make. They had my oyster sauce. I couldn't believe it. So I picked up 2 more to stock it back up. So now I've got 4 in reserve, which I'm really happy about. Again, they were like 4 something, but it is worth it. Always turn those bottles around and check your ingredient list, guys, because it's amazing what is tucked into some products. Another thing, really watch those ingredients on is saltine crackers. I've always bought the name brand ones thinking they were better. This time they were sold out of the name brand ones except for one damaged box. So I said, well, it's the same price for no name. Let's check it out. Better list of ingredients, no preservative type stuff. I recognized all the ingredients. It was awesome. So now we're sold on those no name ones. So it does pay to check sometimes. Another thing we picked up that was not on my list is the tahini paste. Is it a paste? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to go with that. We love this in smoothies and when we cook up in stir fries, things like that. So we got another one of those and 2 bags of mung beans. Even though we grew these this year, we do go through a lot making our bean sprouts over the winter season. And it is really nice to have the fresh greens. So always having these in stock just in case is a great idea. We definitely had a few, quote, splurges over this shopping trip as I was keeping track and going, well, we're not quite to 300 yet. We're not quite to 300 yet. Since they had my Blue Dragon, we started looking at the backs of these, checking carbs and sugar and stuff like that. This General Tao, I'll be honest, I'm just going to quickly read this because I don't want to muck it up. Only 9 grams of carbs in half this pouch. So if Chris and I were to use this for a meal between us, 9 grams of carbs. And if we use our konjac rice with all of our vegetables and protein, that's a pretty sweet meal for us. So we splurged. It was like $2.70. But I think it's going to be worth it for a nice little treat of a meal. Not that I couldn't make it myself, but this is just nice when you want convenience. Spices were on for $2.49 each. Not the best deal you could find out there, but we still wanted to get this job done. So Got 4 small peppers. It actually worked out cheaper than that big bag you saw in my pantry tour. 2 things of cinnamon and 1 of chili powder. Also, cream of tartar sauce. Not sauce. Also, cream of tartar. I need this to make my cloud bread, and I was almost out, so it was a last-minute addition to the list, but well worth it. Although $5 for that container is a little steep, in my opinion. And really, we're going to round this off really quite quickly. 2 things of whole wheat flour. It is amazing how little we need to purchase flour. This will probably last us until June of next year. We do not use a lot of flour, but I do like to have it just in case. I got 2 things of coffee. They were $17, but it was espresso beans, and we do like them. So splurged on 2. Still need at least another one, but I'm going to get it at Food Basics the next time we happen to be out that way. We got a big bag of cat food. That just put us over that $300 threshold, just so we knew we were going to get our turkey. But it's not something we always purchase at Superstore, but it is a great quality cat food if you happen to be shopping there. I'm kind of ending the table. Toothbrush ends because my toothbrush finally died. Chris got some brain food, as he calls it, in my opinion. Mayo was an issue. I really begrudge paying $6 for a thing of mayo, but it was really slim pickings for decent quality mayo. Chocolate chips, dark chocolate, of course. Got 2 bags. That will last us for so long, but they were on sale at a great price. I think they were $10 each. And a little splurge for ourselves. So, yes, diabetes does cause some issues with consuming sugar. Dark chocolate is best. You want to also aim for probably 70 plus or higher percentage. This is not. I think this is 60%, but it is still super good. And I'll be honest, 6 blocks of this is 15 grams of carbs. So it's 4 across. So you're being able to eat kind of what's exposed from my fingers above here, which isn't too bad. We never eat that much anyways. These bars last for quite a while when we share. So it's a little treat, gives you that chocolate fix, and it has nuts in it. So therefore, I think it's okay. Speaking of nuts, we also went to Walmart after. Didn't do a shopping excursion on that. It was just kind of a killing time sort of thing, and thought while we were there, we're going to get some almond flour. So we got 6 bags of the almond flour. It's like I said to you guys, anytime we're in Walmart, we usually stop and buy at least 5 because that's the best place we have found to buy almond flour. And if you buy little bits at a time, it really just kind of happens. It's not a big expense to eat this kind of flour. So 6 more bags going into the pantry is going to be pretty good. We're still going to need more to make it all the way through the pantry challenge, but we've got time. So next we're moving on to all those cold goods that were in the cooler for the trip because we were there for so long. And bam! That's right. That free turkey. And you guys will be proud of me because I went through and looked at all the labels and I found the biggest one that was available. The one thing I do have to say is I'm glad we did it at the beginning of the sale. It only started yesterday because they had very few turkeys left. So we might not have got it if we'd waited till Monday, which was originally my plan. So free turkey. This is going to be handy come Christmas time, but let's go through some of the other good stuff that we got that has to stay cold. So basically what we got here is all stuff we usually have in stock or in the fridge at all times. Caesar dressing. This is very similar to the Renee's. We find the President's Choice brand is a really good quality Caesar dressing. 3 blocks of their cheese. It was not on sale, but we still got it anyways because it's still a decent price and a very good quality cheese. No modified milk ingredients, which is a great one. The gold label sour cream, we always get this at Superstore. This will keep us probably until February, although the expiration date on it is January 13th, but we always eat sour cream well past its date. And of course, the pièce de résistance is my cheesecake. So this cheesecake has become, I'm not going to say my favorite because it's not like I eat it all the time. We actually have one in the freezer already, but it was just a great way to stockpile for over the holiday season. No crust. No graham crust, no nothing like that. We can put our own low sugar fruit on top, and it's a gorgeous baked cheesecake. I don't know when they started stocking these, but it's just something that we've decided that we like, and I'd like to have it for over the holiday season. They were $10 each. We bought 3 of them. Hopefully we can find room in the freezer to put those 3. But each piece, I'm reading this off the back so I'm precise, 26 grams of carbs in 1/5 of this, which we don't eat 1/5 of it when I slice it up. It's a smaller piece than that. It's still high, but for a treat or when you have company, it's a great thing to be able to pull out of the freezer, or I was going to say closet, which is totally not right at all. So all in all, we spent about $370, but wait for it. We didn't spend $370. We used our President's Choice points. That's right. We saved ourselves $100 because we had $100 worth of points used, and we still gained more points by purchasing all these groceries. So it worked out fantastic. $250 realistically spent, and I think we are pretty stocked up. I'm not going to say that we won't be back at the grocery store before the pantry challenge, but I think things are looking pretty good for now. Next thing, let's see if we can get all this stuff put away and in the freezer. Chris assures me that this is going to fit into this freezer. So let's take a look. I think it's not true. It's so not going to fit in here. It's going to take some Jenga-ing for sure. So the master had to get to work because it was not in my wheelhouse. But he thinks he can get it all to fit. I think we're going to have to put weight on the lid.
I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Well done.